Good morning. I thought I'd do a quick video, a very quick video of my setup on my 790 Adventure R. I've just done a 30-day trip through the centre of Australia to Darwin and back through the Savannah Way through the Gulf. The way I've set my bike up, it's really got a lot of survival stuff on it because I was soloing on the way back and I was just petrified of getting a flat tyre and having no way of changing it, or getting a dead battery and not being able to start the bike. I like my creature comforts. To a certain degree, you have got creature comforts with camping, so I'll just take you through that stuff very quickly. So yeah, here's my chance to show you guys. Look, I have had a bit of interest in it, so I'm doing it for the guys that have actually asked me to do this small video. So I'll just start off with pulling the back bag off and showing you what's in the back bag. Right, this is my setup, which is on the tail of the bike. There really is not much weight in it. It's a rig gear. It's only a 40 litre. Trust me, it is waterproof and it is dust proof. What I've got in here is basically two sleeping bags, because I was going from one end of Australia to the other. Down here it was freezing cold, and up in Darwin it was bloody hot. Anyway, so I've got like a summer sleeping bag there. I've got this nice heavy winter sleeping bag. This is a inflatable mattress, which, believe it or not, it works really well, from Anaconda. That's Anaconda, and I'm not sure where I got that from. I've had that for some time. A self-inflating pillow. That works really well too. And an Anaconda tent. And I've managed to get all that in the one bag with no struggle at all. I've got extra straps and bits and pieces in there as well to get me out of trouble. Over here, clothes. Obviously, you put your thermals in there. Like I had to travel for like I said, one side of Australia to the other, so I've had to put shorts, jeans, thermals, a bit of everything. So I actually had this fairly packed fairly heavily. Over here I've got my cooking and where I store my food. Got a jetboil system which I've had for literally years. Put food in here. If you don't want, if I don't want that, I'll just stack food up the back of it. I find having one container is a hell of a lot better than having two containers, because I found every time I wanted something from one container, it was in a bloody other container. So what I've got in here is easy. It's just a frying pan for jetboil. Obviously I've got things inside the jetboil, this cigarette lighter, some towel, coffee, sugar, mosquito net, gas, all the cutting gear, bit of washing stuff. That basically all packs in. That's all I needed anyway for the trip. Just chuck that off. And over here will probably be the most important on the bike. This is what I would call the survival setup. Without this, I just wouldn't have had the confidence in the world of going anywhere. Look, I think Kreiga must have got their heads together with Yeti. This 1.8 litre Yeti bottle fits straight into the top of that pack. It just fits in so well. Anyway, I'll pull this bag off and set it up on the table. This is my survival bag. Honestly, like I said, between this and the Zoleo, look, I don't think I would have left home. So what I've got in here, because these newer bikes, you wouldn't want to kickstart a machine like that anyway, but they don't have a kickstart, so there's no way of being able to start the thing unless you get someone else with a jump pack. So what I've done is I've bought this on my travels. I end up getting this from Alice Springs, from J-Car. It is fantastic. I end up putting the smaller clamps on it, because it was really set up for a car, like a quick jump start for a car. I think it's about 850 amp hour. It's got a wireless charger on it. You can plug in USB. It's got a torch. This thing is brilliant. That's number one in the kit. Just turn this around. Two. First aid. This one here. This. Oh, air cleaner. This here has got all the tyre levers and this bead probe. This thing is brilliant. Highly recommend taking it to break that bead. More levers. You can't get enough levers, especially with these that rear tyre that I've got put on. Oh man, it was a hard tyre. The Moto Z. In here I've got spark plugs, tape, a bead lock, and you put your tyre back on. Spark plugs, all sorts of bits and pieces. A sprocket. What was the other thing? It was the here it is, links in case you lose a link in the chain. So it's got a bit of everything in there. Okay. The big tyre lever, get the thing stuck. Chuck them down there. Got the compressor. Mini compressor. This thing works so well. I use it a fair bit on the trip. Highly recommend it. And a gauge. A lot of the guys have got the gauges in the dash of their bikes, but you know, not that flash. I've got two heavy duty tubes in there, front and back, and this one here, just in case. You just never know. If that compressor was to fail, I've got the backup. I've got the cylinders of CO2 and a repair kit and a tubeless repair kit. If you actually come across someone that's got a flat tyre and they haven't got anything like this, at least you can help them out. Over here on my tank bag is where I put the board, the power board, which goes into the lighter or the power out up the top. I've got it so I can independently turn things off and on. I do not want to overload that, blow fuses. So when I charge up the GoPro batteries, I'll flick over to the drone batteries. So in there I've got obviously the GoPro and the batteries. I've got an extra power supply. It will do a mobile phone from dead flat and you know, charge it fully. And I've got my drone 2 in there, my Mini 2, which was just brilliant. So I managed to put that, just my sunglasses, power pack, sunscreen. In the side I've got chain lube, like a fly net, a bit of change, a few straps, bits and pieces. This ram, this thing held on like nothing. It did not move the whole trip, and honestly I went through some really rough roads. This thing is brilliant. Highly recommend it. What I love about it is just one turn here on this knuckle, any position on it. It's just so good. You can put it anywhere, and it clamps on so well. I've got the, I think it's a 2.5 litre Camelback, brilliant. But this Zoleo, I've got to sort of get back on that. There is a Zoleo app that it's a communicator basically with a satellite, and you can just Bluetooth it from your phone to the Zoleo. You got a feature, press and hold, it's a check-in. so the wife knows, or whoever you're going to have as a check-in. SOS button, got to flick it, press and hold. Zoleo will get in contact with your loved one, and whatever the police. That's the chair set up. Literally takes 30 seconds. Lightweight. Look, I highly recommend, if you do get one, you actually peg it to something or tie a rope around it if you're going to leave it set up like that overnight, because it won't be there in the morning. It'll probably be in the fire or in the neighbour's tent, because there is no weight to it. Apparently they take under a kilo, but I wouldn't recommend plonking myself in it too hard. Just sort of ease yourself in and out. It was fantastic for the smaller creature comforts. I hope I covered everything. As they say, stay upright.